Hello and welcome back to EDF3. Let's just go. I swear to God, every single time I drink any amount of Diet Coca-Cola, my mouth kind of stings. Maybe I'm allergic to it. We'll find out. Yeah, hello. Like, the aspartame one.
We believe the larger ones are too big to be transported by their UFOs.
I mean, the artificial
Versions were built specifically for this purpose.
The artificial sugar stuff is like, whatever. It's a valiant effort in still having your cake and eating it too, except it's not cake, is it? It just tastes like cake. So you technically don't have your cake, but you still sort of do have your cake. Are you gonna open up? No? Okay. Oh, maybe one of them needs to explode, and then... Oh, hello there. You gonna give up? Who do we shoot now? I guess this guy, because he's still... Yeah, come on! Okay, one of them's down. The other one should be a few more rockets away from exploding. Yeah, okay, second one down. God. I am not a fan of how strong the troopers are, man. I haven't been doing anything. I've just been firing at the... I've been firing at the ship. Ah, man. I guess, yeah.
There's this huge sphere beyond the mountains. I think it's the Mothership. I think it's coming this way. Help! Please help!
Hmm? Yeah, I'm just gonna run around collecting the power-ups. I don't care. Spawn more Hectors. See if I care. I think the issue is that all these guys have RPGs. And, they're shockingly good at killing large enemies.
Fortresses were spotted in Shanghai. The fortresses control an army of robots that indiscriminately attack everything in their path.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the issue with the troopers is that, like, the thing is, right? Canonically, we are just one EDF squadron, you know? Like, out of many. You know, you never see the entire war from our perspective, right? Even if we are, like, in some of the more important battles. You know? Like we're the guys who take out the Mothership. Because it'd be weird if the player didn't kill the final boss and it was, like, some other character. The more important thing is, though, for my sake, as a player, especially in a game like this, you kind of do want to feel like the MVP, and when I've just been running around shooting at the carriers and or basically just letting these guys do all the work, it feels a little bit weird, you know? Because it's not like I can actually order them around as my units. You know, they just kind of do as they're told. It'd be different if I could, like, tell these guys, you know, hold back. Like, you know, if I could actually do something to command them, tell them where to go, because they just naturally sort of follow you if you come close to them. And then they'll splinter off sometimes for reasons that are still kind of beyond me. So, well, I mean, I guess I can farm the Hectors infinitely. Like, yeah, come on, where's the What's up here? Oh, yeah, barely. What if I'm playing on easy mode and I just didn't notice? No, because the ships take so many shots to kill. Ow. And yeah, I don't know. What if I did accidentally select easy mode? That would be embarrassing. Well, I guess I'll see if, well, surely I wouldn't be that stupid. But okay, let's see. This is a new guy. One stingray. I miss. One. Ow. That is a decent chunk of damage. Maybe I am an idiot. Come on. Yes, almost there. Yeah, look, that guy immediately exploded. Maybe I am in easy mode. Fuck. Honestly, I would hope so. With how piss easy this is. Let's see, what weapons do I get? Lysander. That's a new weapon.
Select your, choose your
3W? Like, okay, what is the Lysander? Oh yeah, that's the high caliber.
Select a mission.
I was a normal mode. They're just that powerful.
Save current game data.
Like, okay.
Think long and hard about which weapons you'll take into battle. You can only take 2 with you, so it's a good idea to carry 2 different types for versatility.
So, okay. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is anchored. Flying enemies, do we have anything that shoots faster? That's 65 for 2 per second versus 105 for 3 per second. I think I'm going for the...
Current game data.
Why am I saving again? Whatever. Start, anchored, normal mode. Come on. The crazy frog is just a normal frog to me.
Troops, initiate combat and destroy that mothership.
Huh. Well, we found the mothership. Ain't that something? Oh, I'm kind of regretting bringing the... That will be fine. I think this actually genuinely may be... Yeah, it's already down. Huh. That's some crazy DPS.
This is Scout 2. It looks like the mothership is shut down. Its red light is out.
Yeah. Then what's gonna happen? Is there a larger one gonna show up? I don't actually know. Let's see. Fun fact, if you want to be a good air defense force player, I've already said this before, but number one thing which you don't want to do, I think they tell you this in one of the World Brothers games, it's a great tip, never be surrounded. You always want to have a way out, because the enemy may be strong, and there may be a lot of the enemy. However, if you dodge, roll backwards or to the side at an angle and shoot at them, there is nothing they can do. They turn into Phil and they start screaming, "There's nothing I can do, guys," and then they just kind of sulk. Damn, this gun is strong. Oi, there we go. If only it had way faster bullet travel. We'll see. Oh well. Man, it's kind of funny. You know, EDF4 is in so many ways an upgrade to EDF3, but there's a specific simplicity to EDF3 that makes it maybe a little bit more enjoyable. Like,
It appears the enemy mothership is sucking in all the air around it.
What the hell?
It's collecting the air and discharging some kind of gas.
I don't know which one I prefer, genuinely.
It's almost as if it's breathing.
Uh-oh. Fuck's it breathing? Oh, my troop is already heading over there. I was gonna go back and pick up one of the... Okay, that's a weapon pickup. I'm gonna go and get to one of the vehicles, and then we'll go in from the other side. Yeah, God, if only I had a sprint button. Alas. I don't. And even in World Brothers, the only way you can have the sprint button is, if you're a, like, ranger. If you're the other class, no. It's also why I've never used fences. I've used, like, in EDF1 I used a Pro Rider, which, like, was kind of like Spider-Man. There was, you know, in EDF World Brothers 2, I know my specific loadout was, is there a... Yes, there's a tank. So my specific strategy was to have the, starting ranger. You know, the fight together guy. Because, it is brilliant writing. It is the best writing you've ever seen. Anyways, so my point is, so I use Fight Together, the famed hero, and then I ended up using like just 3 other characters who can fly. Like I guess they're wing divers, but it's different in World Brothers because there are, like, different classes of weapon, and some characters can only use rifles or shotguns until they level up, and I have not figured out how to level them up. There's very little information. There was this really... So, there was... And I kind of picked them out for their ultimates a little bit, but not really. One of my favorite...
Did we wake you up?
Uh-oh. One of my favorite general sort of stupid things was, so there's this special weapon in World Brothers 1 called, like, the Riviera Exotic Ray. And you know these games are popular because I can't find any Google results about, the weapons or how to obtain them or whatever, right? And, so, the Ray is kind of strange because it doesn't deal any damage. It just makes an explosion happen like a second after it hits something. So the idea would be it's a laser weapon, which you basically paint a target and then that target explodes. It's the laser. Oops. It's the laser equivalent of Oh fuck. Goodbye, Mr. Mothership. It's like, you know how, like, you have those anime frames where, like, there's, like, a fight, and bing, you know, there's the effect, and then, oh, like, one of the guys is, like, all good, and then he just, fucking bursts into, like, you know, it just explodes into gore. You know, that's how it works, basically. It's fun, except for when you paint an enemy like a flying enemy, and then the flying enemy fucking bashes into you, and then it explodes you.
I didn't think it'd be that easy to take down the mothership.
There's that. Oh, right, also when you die, you don't actually die. As long as there's one team member who can rescue you, you can, like, revive your teammates. And, the only, like, you don't get pickups, I don't think. Like, you only pick up health, or, like, your special gauge. And the only thing it's been a little bit simplified, you just have, like, 3 targets. Or, like, in some levels, 2 targets that you have to save, and these are, like, the new characters, because, yeah. There's a lot of characters. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Because, like, World Brothers is such a weird spin-off compared to, you know, EDF proper. But it's a lot of fun. I think the art style is a little bit... I don't want to say generic, but sort of is. A part of me feels like if they just went for, like, a sort of, like, PS1, PS2-ish aesthetic, they would have, like, you know, a more colorful, that kind of aesthetic, like... To make it basically look more like Jumping Flash, it would have looked better than the sort of voxely art style they went with. Though, I don't know. The big issue is if you shared the game, I remember screen sharing it, because that's, you know, some people were asking, oh, is this a Roblox game? And I felt offended. I mean, it is kind of funny. Okay, this is gonna be, I assume, the final A. Oh god, spiders. That's annoying. The problem is, I don't know. It's one of those things where I think I've made it relatively obvious, but I absolutely despise the Roblox company. I despise their business practices. I despise their entire monetization model, and I despise their way they treat their customers. And everything about them generally. This is my own opinion. This is my opinion based on my own interpretation of what the company does. Most of the things that I have learned about the Roblox company and why I don't like them comes from me viewing public articles from, you know, sites that report and that sort of stuff, and funnily enough did not come from just parroting what YouTubers think, because that's kind of not what I want to do about something that's actually genuinely serious like that. I'm trying to preface this because I just don't... I know I did kind of do it as a bit of a bit, because I said it in a professional-sounding way as if I was avoiding, like, a lawsuit. But, I did it because it was funny, but I genuinely, like, just kind of despise them. And I want to clarify that I'm not, like... Because there are, like, there's the people who, like, really hate this, there's people who really hate that. I just fucking watch from the outside and kind of see it for the absolute shitstorm it is.
Selected going into combat.
You aren't gonna find any particularly hot takes from me. Is on like Roblox or whatever, cause oh my god. Emma? Wait. Are there? Oh god. Okay, we're gonna have to hurry up. Wait. Am I stupid? Was the reason these guys were so easy to kill because those were the fucking miniature ones? Oh wait, I have a flamethrower as well. Oh yeah, cool. Oh shit, we're being shot at. We're being shot at quite badly. I don't know from where. Oh, hello. Are you shooting at me? Okay. Fuck, fire. Okay, there we go. Another guy dead. We have 64 health. Wrong button. Get out. Hello. Oh, shit. Where are you hiding, buddy? You kind of want to keep the artillery guys at, medium range, I think. I can't tell if they're the small ones or the big ones. I think they're the small, yeah, they're the small ones. Are they the small ones? Yeah, they're the small ones. God, I don't know why I hate the small hectares more than the big ones. That's, at least when they remodeled the, like, at least when they retextured not spiders, when they retextured, like, the, fucking, what are they called? The ants, so that they were larger ants. By the way, yeah, all the EDF teams are dead. The problem is, at least they made them a different color. If these guys were blue, like the, I think, up-armored versions in EDF4? Oh shit, I didn't even notice there was one guy literally right behind me. Hello. Oh, it's a small one. You could have at least made them boxier or lankier or something. Come on. Hey, buddy. Fucking, okay. Did I just get... Okay, I got both of them. How did I just do that with my mind? Man, a part of me is kind of, like, morbidly curious about games like Forspoken, for the simple reason that, it doesn't look completely incompetent. I feel like this is sort of the issue, I feel. For a while, within, like, within gaming history, making a game that was competent was actually really fucking hard. This is because, for most of gaming history, like, take the 80s, right? Take the, like, NES, Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, you know, Master System, those systems, right? Making a competent game meant that already you were like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And the 10 out of 10s, that was reserved for, like, you know, the top of the top. Mostly, like, from big established companies with a huge pedigree for this sort of stuff. So, like, your plumber, and later on your hedgehog, and then, you know, that kind of stuff. Also, a lot of the stuff from Infogrames and such. This era of gaming is not something I'm particularly into, so my apologies, you know? Like, yeah. And a lot of gaming genres were kind of in their infancy. Take the original, like, Zelda and Dragon Quest. For as good of a base experience Zelda 1 is, because most of the game, I would argue, is pretty decent even today. Like, you know, and all the weirdness, there's not that, honestly, there's not that much of it, right? Dragon Quest was so much clunkier in so many ways, and both of the games were kind of taped together in some ways, I feel. So, like, when other entries, like Final Fantasy came in, you know, they had to basically, or like, you know, the later Dragon Quest games, just polishing the original formula to where some of the original jankiness was, sort of smoothed over. Like, in the original Dragon, so, like, you know, in the original Zelda, for instance, I mean, you have the menu or whatever, then in, A Link to the Past, that stuff is kind of streamlined so that you just don't have to juggle the menus as much. In the first Dragon Quest game, you have all of those different menus, like you have to use a button to go down the stairs, and then later on, as games got better, like, the competence was kind of streamlining that, while giving you a solid, general sort of experience. What is this? AFV? Combines 2 guns! Hold on. So that's, why would I ever... Okay.
Select a stage. Going
Yeah.
into combat.
Okay. Like, you know, that was kind of the thing. Like, you know, and then as gaming advanced in, like, in how complex it was, in, like, that sort of stuff, right? you had a much higher barrier for what was considered good. Take the original Croc, for instance, right? Like, the original Croc, and the same goes for Croc 2, are both competently made, decently polished video games. The problem is, that's all they are. And, at some point, that stopped being enough. And, we're reaching a point where, like, these days, right? Where, AAA developers are starting to realize that, just being well put together, just sort of being polished, granted Forspoken had shit writing, right, or whatever, or like it had that specific kind of writing that a lot of people absolutely fucking despise, and I despise it as well. It's the sort of Focus M video game writing, you know the meme. If you don't, just Google Focus M. It's the one where it's like, you know, Focus M about this, whatever. You should know what it is, unless you're a time traveler from the far future. In which case, hello. How's it going? No, but for real though, like, the issue we kind of tend to run into is, specifically in regards to gaming these days, it's just, the entire market is so bloated that, some games are going to really struggle. Forspoken still had some kind of success, because, as a single-player video game, the bar is kind of lower. You see, this is different to something like Concord, and as of recently, Highguard. Now, here's the issue. At the time I'm writing this, Highguard is in a bit of a limbo stage, where I'm worried that, I think layoffs may have already happened, but it seems the game hasn't been taken out back and shot yet, which means it survived for longer than Concord, for whatever that's worth. But the issue was, none of these games were necessarily bad. You know? Like, one thing which makes, like, one thing which I think Concord did really poorly, oh shit, was basically, it's the sort of TF2 character outline thing where, the characters just don't have that much character to them. I feel like they were being designed in a, they were trying to design them in a way that was kind of mirroring something between TF2 and Overwatch, where, like, they saw that what worked with TF2 was having a very diverse and, like, kind of silly cast of characters, but they forgot that the main thing which made the characters, like, you know, they seem to have followed a lot of, like, TF2's homework, right? Like, the characters, the way they looked, did match, like, their personality. But the issue was that the specific sort of shapes just weren't as interesting. Because, like, every single character in TF2 is kind of a bit of a caricature, and because of that, every single character kind of stands out. In Concord, every single character is more unique from each other in some ways, but in, you know, that sort of way, they kind of mesh together more to the point where it's kind of hard to pick them out. Oh, we're already done? Damn. You know, but the issue was, like, the issue was that nobody cared. Like, yeah, sure, the games weren't perfect. The issue is just that people don't care anymore about something unless it's literally the best thing ever. Because that's just how it is these days. Anyways, yeah, I just realized 2 bullets from this, from the ST do more damage than the Stingray rocket. What? Okay, whatever. I'll continue the story next time. I'll see you then. Goodbye.